When I was approached to run the first time, I had a very skeptical wife who we met at the Riding Association, which was at the time Portmead Westwood and subsequently Portmead Cook. And my wife sat down and we were with the head of the Riding Association. And my wife, bear in mind, I had a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old at the time. And my wife looked at the guy, hands around the chest like this, and said, "If this is such a great idea for my husband to run, how come you're not running?" She got a great answer. And Amanda, there's a dear friend of mine to this day, actually it was his wife, and she leaned in and she said, "Let me tell you something." So this is for those of you who just joined us members. If you join a political party, if you get involved in a riding association, you will make lifelong friends who are similarly minded. And the friendships last forever. Because like quite literally that conversation I decided is my dear friend Ross Murray, some of you may know Ross. He was a riding association president for years over in the Tri-Cities. And I spoke to him a couple of days ago. He's over in Balkan Beach right now. So there is something to it. So welcome to the family, as it were. Thank you in advance for all the door knocking you'll be doing in the rain in the years and months to come. Folks, my name is Iain. I appreciate the introduction. I appreciate the chance to be here. We were told to get some extra time, so I'm going to give you the Fidel Castro 4.5-hour presentation. PowerPoint's ready to go. But in all seriousness, I won't say very much at all other than saying thank you for having us here. This is an exciting competition, and I feel privileged to be in it. It has been a treat to go traveling around the province. We're back on the road again next week. We've done over, I think we're at 71 or 72 meet and greets and town halls and all that kind of stuff. And it's exhilarating. You can hear a little bit of my voice, but it's exhilarating. It's a pleasure to do it. I love engaging. I love the questions and answers that get going. And it really has taught me a few things as I've traveled. First of all, there are two common things that are coming loud and clear. The first is that the NDP has created a dysfunctional situation that I never thought possible. I was a young technology executive at the dying days of the NDP administration in the 1990s. And I could raise more money for a tech company in Seattle over lunch than I could raise in Vancouver in a year. Because there was just no interest in investing in British Columbia. And I thought when they finally got defeated in 2001, we will never see those days again. Boy, was I wrong. This is the worst I've ever seen. And the enormous shadow on the whole thing right now, of course, is Dribble. And the fact that we've got an ideologue as our premier, who's an activist, who was charged down this path oblivious to the needs of 5.7 million British Columbians. And so there's no doubt in anyone's mind that DRIPA needs to go. The Interpretations Act needs to be amended, or get rid of the Section 8.1, which they dropped in there. And then we have to have some grown-up conversations around our Constitution. Different ways to go at it, of course, but Section 35 that deals with Indigenous rights and title. We have to have a grown-up conversation with the premiers in this country to see about inserting a little phrase in whatever legalese is required that specifically flags private property rights so that we are never, ever, ever having this conversation again. Our province has become virtually uninvestable. Not just for the major projects, oil and gas, mining and forestry, big enough a while back, but also the small business environment. And because I do a lot of work for the province, I've literally had phone calls from 6 or 7 guys in the last 3-4 months who've identified a $50 million project here, one of those was in there for $75 million there, et cetera, et cetera. And over a couple of cups of coffee on the phone, we're at $450 million of phone calls that I received, and that wasn't even the purpose of the phone call. So imagine the phone calls, I'm not getting. So this is a very big deal. Beyond that, the provinces are less financially. I won't get into the full song and dance. But I come from a very, very strong economic and business background. I understand how to deal with deficits and debt. I understand how to deal with a budget that is tracking for 13.3, historically high deficit. And I've got a lot of experience doing this kind of stuff because my time on the Treasury Board and serving as a cabinet and service office. So the theme of our campaign is to get BC back on track. DRIPA is obviously the first gatepost that we have to get through together and then deal with what happens after, which is going to be extraordinarily challenging. So hopefully I get the chance to take us through that. I'll end it there. I'm going to be here all night. Love the questions and answers. Please come and say hi. Again, thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks to my great competitors for being here. These are solid people. Please make sure you're as gracious to them as you've been to me. Thanks for having me here. Thank you.